Welcome everyone to today's electrifying episode. Get ready for an unstoppable lineup of heart-stopping motorcycle chases, from the vibrant streets of Brazil to the pulse of Georgia, all the way to the rugged highways of Arkansas. Hold on tight, these are the best motorcycle pursuits of the month. On October 25, 2024, a trooper reported observing 4 motorcycles traveling at speeds over 90 miles per hour. The trooper then located a motorcycle matching the description and positioned himself behind it to initiate a traffic stop, but the suspect fled the scene. At this point, the suspect was traveling over 140 miles per hour, and the trooper could do nothing but follow. Any contact with the motorcycle could have resulted in a tragic outcome, making it a dangerous situation for everyone involved. The motorcycle then exited the highway and headed east, continuing to drive recklessly at excessive speeds. The suspect eventually went out of the trooper's sight, but after 10 minutes, the trooper was able to relocate him and resume the chase.
Get on the ground! Now! Hands up! Hands up! Roll up!
The driver, identified as Gabriel Medina Garcia, stated that he was not injured, but EMS checked him at the scene. He refused transportation to the hospital.
Oh yeah. He said he don't remember running this whole time.
I don't remember running.
Where's your ID? Do you have it in your pocket or nothing on you there? Okay. You're good. Sit down, man.
Hold L19, 1050.
I'm Zip Wells, holding on with Mike, trying to get information on the other ones. Can you send me a return with 44 days?
Pursuits in Brazil are often intense, and this one was no exception. It began when two officers spotted a motorcyclist riding without any protective gear, prompting them to initiate a chase. The pursuit was intense as the suspect blatantly ignored every traffic rule, forcing the officers to follow closely if they wanted to make an arrest. Let's take a look at how it all unfolded. The suspect did everything he could to escape the officers, weaving through narrow streets in an attempt to shake them off. However, the officers stayed right on his tail, determined to catch him.
Vai, Mene, dá a volta, dá a volta, dá a volta.
Tem registro, né? É, Nilson, registra a placa aí, apenas o número de chassi aí, pra vender essa CG 150 vermelha.
The suspect then jumped off his bike and attempted to flee on foot, hoping to outrun the officer. However, the officer quickly spotted him just 2 minutes later and was able to apprehend him, placing him into handcuffs. In Brazil, an officer noticed a motorcyclist speeding on the road and attempted to initiate a traffic stop. However, the suspect fled the scene instead of stopping. The suspect was driving recklessly, ignoring all traffic rules and narrowly avoiding collisions with other vehicles. As the pursuit intensified, the trooper faced a critical decision on how to safely bring the chase to an end. The pursuit ended when the suspect lost control and crashed. He then attempted to flee on foot, but the officer quickly caught up with him, and swiftly placed him in handcuffs. A young Thai biker attempted to evade a police officer who had been instructed to apprehend a group of teenagers riding bikes around the city. The boy's reaction was rather amusing, as he appeared on the verge of tears, clearly desperate to avoid arrest. The young biker did everything he could to evade the police and showed no intention of stopping. However, the officer, with more experience and professionalism, maintained a flawless pursuit, staying focused even as the chase reached high speeds. At one point, the young biker nearly lost control and came close to crashing. However, the officer, remaining focused and persistent, eventually caught up with him. The trooper then safely maneuvered to push the rider off his bike and quickly placed him into handcuffs. While on patrol in Brazil, an officer noticed a couple on a motorcycle who threw something onto the road. The officer attempted to initiate a traffic stop, but the riders immediately fled the scene. The suspects were driving recklessly, weaving through traffic and speeding, but they couldn't evade capture for long. 4 motorcycle patrol units joined the pursuit, quickly bringing it to an end and placing both suspects into handcuffs. The officer in Brazil noticed a motorcyclist without protective gear, which prompted the officer to attempt a traffic stop. However, the motorcyclist began fleeing from the scene. The suspect was driving recklessly, speeding, and disregarding all traffic laws. He attempted to evade the officer by weaving through narrow streets. The pursuit ended when the suspect attempted to evade the officer through the narrow streets. The officer caught up with him, pushed him off the bike, and then handcuffed him. On March 27, 2023, an Arkansas trooper responded to a teenager who was fleeing from local police after stealing a motorcycle.
Something at the 44 truck stop. We're westbound on 332 in Interstate County. Speed's about 60. I pulled up. lights on this pulled over.
Trying to catch up more than 16 miles an hour and eliminate them. On the road.
There's no traffic. We're running about 80, about as fast as it's gonna go. It's a white male. He don't have a helmet on. He's driving on the wrong side of the road. It's both yellow. That's an Interstate, County Road 207 now.
16, where's that road come out to?
I believe it loops back out to 29, I believe.
12-4, it's gonna come out at the end and run into 29 north, I hope. 10-4, I just got a map pulled up. Can y'all start heading that way? 10-4, we're gonna try to cut him off again.
I'm back in. I just got on 330.
The teen was riding without license plates or even a helmet. Shortly into the pursuit, the motorcyclist made an unexpected move that caught the trooper off guard.
Headed towards, so can you advise PD?
I'm set up 332 195.
Alright, he just lost it. Alright, he lost it. He wrecked out.
The pursuit ended when the teen lost control and crashed. Medical assistance was summoned to the scene, and the suspect was searched for illegal substances. Stockholm, Sweden. An unmarked officer observed a motorcyclist speeding without mirrors, unaware he was being followed by the police. When the officer attempted to initiate a traffic stop, the motorcyclist accelerated, sparking one of the most intense pursuits in Sweden. The suspect accelerated to an incredible 150 miles per hour, rapidly pulling ahead and causing the officers to lose track of the motorcycle. As the officers neared the scene, they were met with a chaotic sight: emergency vehicles with flashing lights and a crowd of responders. It quickly became clear that something had gone terribly wrong. The biker's reckless speed had tragically resulted in a devastating crash. The pursuit ended when the suspect lost his life, while his passenger fought for survival. A tragic and unfortunate conclusion to the chase. An officer in Brazil noticed two individuals riding a single motorcycle and initiated a chase after they failed to stop for a traffic stop. suspects were driving recklessly, disregarding all traffic laws and speeding. The pursuit involved sharp turns and dangerous maneuvers. The officer had to quickly make a decision on how to safely stop the suspects, while formulating a plan to bring the pursuit to a secure and controlled conclusion.
Parou, tio! Parou! Vai! Pro chão! Vai, deita! Vem pra cá!
The pursuit came to an end when the suspects lost control of their bike and crashed. Officers then placed the suspects into handcuffs and transported them to jail for booking. On April 7, 2023, an officer attempted to initiate a traffic stop on a motorcycle that was not displaying license plates. However, the motorcyclist had different intentions and attempted to flee from the officer. The motorcyclist tried to evade the officer by weaving through traffic, but his attempt was unsuccessful. The officer exited his vehicle and forcibly removed the motorcyclist from the bike, bringing the chase to an end.
Give me your other hand! 17th Street, Highway 200. Had a motorcycle flee for me. I am 1015 on it. Good officer. Yeah. Put your knees up to your chest.
Confirming you're 1015 on a 1031.
I get my bike up. He fled, and I was able to stop him in traffic. He hit me with his motorcycle. I am 10-4. Go ahead and roll medics. Knees up to your chest.
Thanks for being 10-3.
All the way up.
Sorry about that, man.
Why are you fleeing, dude?
I didn't have my plate on and I freaked out. Sorry.
Dude, you hit me head on with that bike.
10 on the 8, 1033, till 21 hours.
I just need a unit. I got nowhere to secure this guy.
I'm nothing on it.
Why are you fleeing?
I had my no plate on. I don't know.
You see me trying to pull you over.
Yeah,
you heard my siren, right? Where'd your wallet go? Is it in here? You got a license?
Yes, sir.
Why are you fleeing? What is wrong
out,
with you?
Man. That's stupid.
Dude, you went around me. I tried to pull you over. I really don't understand. If you would have... CDL! You're going to jail today for fleeing and looting.
Hey, for real?
Yeah, for real. What's up with the bike? There's no tag on it.
I have a tag. I have everything intact. I was literally going to Lakeland. I didn't want to pay the toll, so I took the tag off.
Wow. You didn't want to pay the toll, so you took the tag
So
off.
now,
Yes, you are. Is this vehicle registered to you?
yes, sir.
Hey, do you want me to pull up behind him?
He started fleeing from me back here, started cutting between traffic. Well, he had to slow down with all the traffic. I was able to zip up here, pull in front, cut him off. After I cut him off, he tried to go around me. I jumped out of my car and he freaking revved it and hit me.
The suspect was identified as 33-year-old Matthew Price. He was charged with a third-degree felony for fleeing from a law enforcement officer. On January 17, 2023, Corporal initiated a traffic stop after observing a motorcyclist without protective gear. When the officer activated lights and sirens, the motorcyclist fled the scene instead of pulling over. While evading the officer, the motorcyclist crashed into a left-turning pickup truck at an intersection. The collision resulted in a significant crash, bringing the pursuit to an abrupt halt. On July 31, 2023, an officer observed a motorcycle speeding and attempted to initiate a traffic stop. However, the suspect disregarded the officer's signal and fled the scene. The pursuit escalated to speeds of up to 100 miles per hour, posing a significant danger, especially since there were two individuals riding on a single motorcycle. The pursuit came to an end when the suspect finally stopped and surrendered to the officers. On the motorcycle were a father and his young son, who appeared to be around 7 years old.
Dude, I'm fine. Look, just talk to me. Talk to me. Just talk to me. Just please talk to me. No. I tried talking to you. Just talk to me. Come down here. Quit doing this shit. Come down here and pull up. Why would dude, I don't even know what you put me in cuffs for at this point in time.
On January 2nd, 2025, a trooper clocked a black Honda motorcycle speeding on the highway and attempted to initiate a traffic stop, but the motorcyclist fled the scene. The motorcyclist reached speeds of 130 miles per hour, creating a very dangerous situation for everyone on the road.
Will be good.
The suspect, Christopher Smith, fled at speeds exceeding 140 miles per hour, weaving through traffic and recklessly splitting lanes. The pursuit concluded when the suspect managed to evade the officer, prompting the officer to terminate the chase. What are your thoughts on this pursuit? While on patrol, an officer spotted a motorcycle speeding and lacking a license plate. The officer attempted to initiate a stop, but as soon as the sirens were activated, the rider fled the scene. The pursuit reached dangerous speeds of around 110 miles per hour, posing significant risks both for the biker and the trooper. At such high speeds, there was a real danger of losing control and potentially crashing into another vehicle or pedestrian. At one point, the suspect came close to evading the officer, but the officer remained focused and determined, doing everything in his power to bring the pursuit to a safe conclusion and stop the suspect.
I'm behind him.
The suspect was driving recklessly, speeding at dangerously high rates, and flagrantly disregarding all traffic laws, putting both himself and others at great risk.
And we'll try to walk through here as soon as the train passes that. We're going to put all right now. Get out of here, second. Let's see if I can get right here. If I can, open that book. He's there, right here.
The pursuit came to an end when the suspect lost control of his motorcycle and crashed. Throughout the chase, the troopers remained focused and executed the pursuit flawlessly, ultimately apprehending the suspect without incident. On August 31st, 2023, a trooper caught up with local police who were in pursuit of a motorcycle. While fleeing, the motorcyclist signaled with his hands and then began accelerating further. The pursuit reached speeds of approximately 60 miles per hour.
Speeds of 30. I can't see anything. He's digging his pockets.
The pursuit ended with a trooper's piette maneuver, which was very dangerous, but the biker was not injured. The pursuit took place in Brazil, where an officer spotted a motorcyclist speeding and attempted to initiate a traffic stop. However, the suspect fled the scene instead of stopping. The suspect was driving recklessly, disregarding all traffic rules, and reaching speeds of 86 miles per hour. This was extremely dangerous for both the suspect and the officer, as they were both on motorcycles during the chase. The pursuit ended when the officer caught up with the suspect, pushed him off his motorcycle, and then placed him in handcuffs. The suspect was later booked into jail. On May 22, 2020, a trooper observed a motorcycle exceeding the speed limit while traveling northbound. The trooper began pacing the motorcycle in the right lane and determined its speed to be 80 miles per hour in a 55 miles per hour zone.
He's making a left on it. Panhandle Road, Panhandle Road. Coming up on McDonald Road.
Upon activating emergency lights, the driver looked over his left shoulder and fled, running red lights and nearly causing a crash at State Route 3 and McDonough Road. The pursuit continued into Clayton and Fayette counties, with Troop D notifying Troop C.
Passenger River Road. Passenger River Road.
The driver veered onto the wrong side of Panhandle Road, passing vehicles as oncoming traffic approached. The trooper misjudged a curve and struck a fire hydrant, but continued the pursuit into Fayette County via Woolsey Road.
Call roadside assistance.
The trooper lost sight of the motorcycle at Chantilly Lane and reported the location and a flat tire to Troop D Communications. A Fayette County Sheriff's deputy later located and apprehended the driver. Officers in Brazil noticed a motorcyclist speeding. When the officer attempted to initiate a traffic stop, the motorcyclist had other plans and attempted to flee. The pursuit was intense because the suspect's motorcycle was carrying two people. The motorcyclist was driving recklessly.
correndo pra casa dele, esse tipo de burro. Voltou o quê? Voltou o quê? Voltou o quê? Falei, voltou o quê?
The suspect was fleeing through narrow streets at high speeds, attempting to evade officers with sharp turns, and by losing them in the tight alleys. However, his efforts were unsuccessful.
Cuidado, vilão, essa rua aqui. Toma, maldito.
The pursuit ended when the suspects lost control and crashed into an officer's patrol vehicle. The officer then apprehended them, placing them in handcuffs before booking them into jail. On February 6, 2025, Trooper observed Tavares Mitchell operating an unlicensed motorcycle at a high rate of speed, overtaking the trooper's patrol unit traveling at 60 miles per hour. The radar clocked him at over 80 miles per hour as he passed without slowing down. Trooper activated lights, but Mitchell accelerated to 107 miles per hour and evaded capture. Later, Trooper spotted him again, prompting a pursuit. Trooper performed a PIT maneuver, causing Mitchell to fall off the motorcycle. Mitchell fled on foot, resisted arrest despite being tased, and was subdued with knee strikes until backup arrived. He was handcuffed and transported to the hospital due to injuries. The pursuit occurred at night, when the officer spotted a motorcyclist that had been reported stolen just days earlier. The officer attempted to pull the biker over, but the motorcyclist began fleeing. biker was taking sharp turns and swerving, attempting to outrun the officer by using the agility of the motorcycle. However, the officer remained right on his tail, determined not to lose him.
You're gonna wreck.
At one point, the biker reached speeds of around 90 miles per hour, which was extremely dangerous due to the heavy traffic in the area. At this moment, the suspect successfully managed to shake the trooper and temporarily lost sight of him. However, the trooper remained focused and did everything he could. Eventually, he spotted the suspect in the woods, still attempting to evade capture. The pursuit ended when the suspect crashed into the woods. Officers quickly apprehended him, placing him in handcuffs and bringing the chase to a close. An Oklahoma officer was in pursuit of two motorcycles that were caught speeding on the highway.
Miles an hour from the 24 direction. They're at 153 miles an hour. They're weaving in that traffic. Yeah, and they're northbound at the 27 right now.
The pursuit escalated to speeds of 183 miles per hour, creating a dangerous situation for everyone on the road.
Pull over! Pull over! Pull over!
Ardmore, I got one stop here.
You just got a ticket. You almost killed people out here. You just would have just got a ticket. Then you almost kill yourself.
So far, so good. Thank you so much. These guys decided they wanted to run from me. Yeah, that's why we have problems with motorcycles. I appreciate you checking on me.
On May 2nd, 2020, the Lake County Sheriff's Office requested assistance as part of a joint operation aimed at reducing the impact of ATVs on railroad right-of-ways, private property, and public roadways.
Yeah, that's our guy from earlier. We're tracking them back into that park area here, southbound. Come up the Casement, past the cross Casement, onto a nice property there, the brick home, fancy brick home. Let's drive around the north side of that property now. Southbound Casement Avenue from that brick house. As those requested, you can keep tracking it.
The ATV driver was operating the vehicle recklessly, and the pursuit became particularly noteworthy due to the involvement of a helicopter.
He's heading south towards Branch Avenue right now on a little stone driveway. He's at the end of Branch. He's coming around the backside until he gave up Branch. He's back on his stone driveway here, southbound still from Branch on this little stone. Oh, you're behind him.
The pursuit ended when the suspect stopped and surrendered to the officers. The officers then placed the suspect in handcuffs and transported him to jail for booking. On July 19, 2021, an officer observed a motorcycle speeding at a high rate and initiated a pursuit to catch up with the rider.
We're 119. You gotta see me. Okay, 1037. Ocean, 494 Adam Ocean.
The motorcycle began fleeing, reaching speeds of up to 150 miles per hour, which was extremely dangerous for the rider. At such high speeds, even a small crash could have been fatal.
Northbound on I was sitting there at the Johnson exit. He went by so fast I couldn't get a lock on him, reckless. I'm not sure what street I'm on. Going to like parallel with Huntsville.
The suspect was driving recklessly and at dangerously high speeds, ultimately managing to evade the officer. As a result, the officer had no choice but to call off the pursuit. Feel free to share your thoughts on this chase in the comment section below. On January 2nd, 2025, while on patrol, Trooper noticed a motorcyclist passing at a very high rate of speed and immediately began pursuing the biker. The pursuit reached extremely high speeds, around 140 miles per hour, posing a significant danger to everyone on the road.
1509. Another line 64. Going east on 64. East on 64. Traffic's light. Speeds. Oh, hi.
The biker was driving recklessly, ignoring traffic rules, weaving through tight spaces, and speeding along the shoulder lane. Troopers had to make a quick decision on how to stop him.
He's crashed out. He's on foot and he's running. He's crashed out.
Is you advising that he wrecked out?
Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Get him up! Don't move! Get off the ground! Get off the ground! Hands out! Hands out! Hands out! Don't move! Do not move!
The pursuit ended dramatically when Smith lost control and crashed in a field. He was apprehended without major injuries, and now faces multiple felony charges, including felony fleeing and reckless driving. In April 2020, an officer spotted a motorcycle that had been reported stolen just days earlier. The officer attempted to initiate a traffic stop, but the motorcyclist fled the scene.
Boundary Street at Leyland in the Lance area. Insurance held details due. He's notified of further expiry date 2050. Contact shortly.
Can I have some units towards the 59 please? It's failing to stop. We're going up towards Blacksmith roundabout.
The motorcyclist was making hand gestures and wasn't speeding excessively, but he was managing to evade the trooper as best as he could.
Stand by, stand by. Turn it off. Can I have a unit to go after?
Just gone past Charles by that speed.
Stand by, it's stopped, and it's then going around the side of me, and it's now towards Gordon, towards Foxborough. Can I do pass please? He's messing about, he's still failing to stop. Road conditions are light, conditions are good. He's swirling round, speeding up, indicating to pull over, and then he's making off again doing wheelies.
Over to 557, passes in the question where some of them both allowed. Continuation of pursuit authorized to issue the road ground commander calls out pursuit.
At one point, it appeared as though the biker had stopped, but he quickly resumed fleeing, making it difficult for the officer to apprehend him.
Is on. We just come to the Golden roundabout. His speed is 20. Still failing to stop and he's refusing to pull over. I'm assuming he's going to go on to the one south. So we can get something south of me at the moment. We're doing a resit. It's not 1, not 2. It's not. He's taken the Donnelly's, turned down to Donnelly's dead end. If we can get a unit towards Donnelly's, please. And that's the roundabout at Flaxby. Vicious, please. I think he's still going to make off, so I can get some units to close off the roundabout with a stinger.
The pursuit ended when the suspect eventually stopped and surrendered to the officer. The officer then placed the suspect in handcuffs and took him into custody, where he was sentenced to 6 months in jail and a 15-month driving ban. On January 27, 2018, a motorcyclist led officers on a high-speed pursuit through city streets after they attempted to pull him over for speeding.
Exiting Adams, Field. Exiting Adams, Fair Yield. All units stand by. We have a Fair Yield for a motorcycle.
That's all right.
Southbound Ohio. Southbound Ohio. From Adams. Black jacket, black helmet, making a right on El Cajon Boulevard. Black jacket, black helmet, right on El Cajon Boulevard from Ohio. Left on Howard. Left on Howard, left on Howard. Going 50 miles per hour. Going 50 miles per hour on City Street. Astray is en route. Original, what was your speed? That's a firm 90 miles per hour. 80 miles per hour, El Cajon Boulevard. 80 miles per hour, El Cajon Boulevard now. Excuse me, orange, eastbound on orange.
A motorcyclist led officers on a pursuit through city streets before losing control and crashing into a van and a home. The officers quickly apprehended him and placed him into handcuffs. On July 22, 2022, an Arkansas state trooper pulled over a motorcycle for speeding, traveling at 150 miles per hour in a zone where the speed limit was 75 miles per hour.
George 692, NG 692. 10-4, we're stopping here at Kinley.
Clear. We'll take it to you relative to 743.
At the conclusion of the traffic stop, the trooper issued several citations to the motorcyclist, identified as Sale, for speeding, 150 miles per hour in a 75 miles per hour zone, reckless driving, driving without insurance, and failing to register the vehicle. It was later revealed that Sale had previously been a police officer. On June 25, 2024 in Florida, a Florida Highway Patrol officer attempted to stop a speeding sport bike.
Down from number 35. on that vehicle. I believe they're going to be in light uniform, Quebec, Golf 37, I believe. Should be a light motorcycle. Looks like a mail rider. Light traffic, speed 140. Still westbound, coming up to the 33, light traffic. They contact the Hillsborough here, see if they can be 51. And that's when the Hillsborough troopers will probably come to their county. Still westbound, coming up to 32, light traffic, speed 130. I'm topping out at 130 right now, 132. I don't know why, but I'm waiting for that. Traffic will go up over that county line and usually jams up. Currently got light traffic, speed 140. Just past the 32 mile marker.
The pursuit lasted 13 minutes and covered 23 miles, with speeds reaching up to 148 miles per hour. Despite several attempts to close the gap, the FHP ultimately lost contact with the rider, forcing the pursuit to be terminated. On November 25, 2022, an officer attempted to stop a motorcycle for failing to display a license plate. It's common for stolen motorcycles and violent fugitives to remove license plates in an effort to avoid capture by law enforcement. The biker was driving at high speeds and even made a U-turn in an attempt to evade the officer, but the officer remained calm and focused, staying right on his tail.
Going the wrong direction. Going back onto the service road, gate 20.
The pursuit ended when the suspect was involved in a traffic collision, then accelerated to evade the officer. Unable to safely continue, the officer was forced to terminate the pursuit. On January 3, 2025, while conducting routine patrol, the trooper observed a red motorcycle traveling southbound on the outside shoulder without a taillight or headlight. The trooper attempted to initiate a traffic stop by activating the emergency lights. suspect failed to stop and continued fleeing, reaching speeds of 40 miles per hour downhill. The suspect then made a right turn and maintained speeds between 35 to 40 miles per hour, crossing the center line and entering the opposing lane. The violator attempted to evade by passing on the driver's side, but the trooper quickly turned left to block his escape. He then struck the front driver's side fender of the patrol unit, causing him to crash into a ditch. The trooper notified dispatch of the incident and ordered him to lie on his stomach and show his hands, which he complied with.
There we go, brother.
10-15. Put your stomach on that bumper.
I'll do whatever.
You say you're on 3520, but they're off of the across from the county airport.
Yeah, 10-4. It's one of the. Well, it's residence 444.
Okay. I'm ready to do what I mean in a minute.
That's the only thing.
Nothing that's gonna poke me?
No, sir.
Okay.
Promise you.
What's in here?
I think that's my phone and it's I ain't gonna do that if I'm just trying to.
The trooper searched Mooney and found a suspected marijuana pipe in his possession. The trooper then requested a wrecker service to tow the motorbike. Charges: careless and prohibited driving, fleeing, operating a vehicle without lights at night, driving on a suspended license, improper lane change, possession of drug paraphernalia.
Problems with his shin, and he said he thinks his thumb's broken.
It's just a camera. You can unload my jacket. It's a camouflage pouch with my phone in is what that is.
Okay.
The reason why I was running is the ignorance thing. I got a warrant in Lamar for minor traffic stuff. And that's all it is. I hadn't for non-payment of fine.
Come on, man.
Ow.
I got you. Well,
but listen here though. The rest of that fine that I was supposed to be paying is on the ticket that's non-existent, man. I mean, it's not.
You think I care about that? I was going somewhere, man. I just wanted to tell you that. I was just going to tell you, hey, man, you need to get a tell out on that, and I was going to let you go.
I know, but I've got a warrant, and you was going to run my name. You know what I'm saying?
Was I? You think I was?
I don't know.
I had somewhere to be.
Man.
Well, now you're going to get a felony for this crap, dude.
Not really.
Yeah, you are, dude.
Oh, please don't give me.
You ran in the wrong state, man. If you're going to run, you should have ran in California. Come on. Get in this side of my car.
For real.
We are going through the intersection.
On May 25th, 2024, a trooper attempted to stop a motorcycle for reckless driving, but the rider fled the scene.
16-6 shows we got a bike taking off from eastbound 264 Newtown. License plate is too fast for you. You as a uniform, you as a North Carolina. There are 2 riders on it. One rider has a white pants. Second rider has a black and red backpack. We are eastbound 264 approaching Wichita. Speeds of 115 on Richmond.
February 264 to Wichita.
The suspect was driving recklessly, disregarding traffic laws, and the pursuit became even more dangerous as there were 2 people on the motorcycle.
The intersection, straight through the intersection, exiting 264.
This is the intersection. What are the speeds?
25 right now. It is a North Carolina license plate. 2 as in number, fast, common spelling. 4 as in number, U as in uniform, 2 riders.
10-4.
on Grayson Road. Current speed 65.
Grayson Road, speed 65.
Made a right onto Bonnie.
Right on Bonnie.
Approaching South Wichita. Appears we're going to be making a right onto South.
The suspects were speeding, though not excessively, and weaving through traffic, doing everything they could to evade the officer.
Straight through it, and it's still continuing to neutral order.
Through Independence on Virginia Beach. How's traffic and speed?
Moderate traffic speeds right now, about 60. Straight through Constitution, still on neutral order.
There's Constitution still on Virginia Beach.
26 Chesapeake, mark me out.
Later, a second patrol vehicle joined the pursuit, and at one point, the suspects reached speeds of 100 miles per hour, but they quickly slowed down.
We are on Fur Avenue, making a right onto Southern Boulevard. Hey, this is a dead-end street, dead-end street.
Dead-end street on Southern.
Only stop, gonna stop. Get off the bike! Get off the bike!
The pursuit ended when the suspects reached a dead-end road, where they were apprehended and taken into custody.
Get off the goddamn grill! Get off the goddamn...
On July 4th, 2021, Trooper observed a motorcycle speeding at an estimated 100 miles per hour. Trooper activated the radar, which picked up a car traveling at 68 miles per hour in a 55 miles per hour zone, but the radar initially couldn't track the motorcycle.
Still westbound. I tried to channel it. Didn't work. Turned on to 61 North.
As the pursuit continued, Trooper observed the motorcycle reaching speeds of 103 miles per hour, lane splitting, and attempting to flee. The motorcycle made a right turn onto Nathan Dean Boulevard, drove on the wrong side of the road, and ran a red light, heading east in the westbound lanes of Georgia 6.
Passing Old Harris again, 278. $10.50, 10.18, 10.50, 70, 10.70. Get out the grill! Get out the goddamn grill! Get out the goddamn...
The motorcycle continued to drive recklessly, swerving between vehicles and narrowly avoiding collisions with a group of cars. The rider then attempted to accelerate again, but lost control, causing the motorcycle to crash into a car and burst into flames.
Do that move! $234 Paul. I'm 1095. Give me 1052, 1018. Hey, 1050 into the back of another vehicle. Hey, yeah.
Trooper immediately called for fire and EMS, arrested the rider, identified as Alexander Nasworthy, and discovered that his license was suspended. He was transported to the hospital for his injuries and instructed to turn himself in once released. On March 4th, 2024, Trooper was traveling when he observed a black motorcycle being ridden by a white male, later identified as Mr. David J. Crawford, with a female passenger. As the motorcycle approached the intersection of County Road 585, the rider made a left turn onto Barclay Avenue, running a steady red light.
Hold on, all right. Good. I got everything with motorcycle roundup for red lights. 1031 is down on urban. Looks like a white male and female passenger. Nobody's fantastic.
The trooper activated emergency lights and sirens, attempting to conduct a traffic stop. The defendant ignored the signal and accelerated at high speed. Believing the defendant was fleeing, the trooper advised dispatch of the pursuit.
Car has a 29 miles an hour light traffic.
You will put her life in danger, I will pull over because I'm the Florida Highway Patrol and you will not stop. This ain't the sheriff's office. I will chase you till I get you. You need to stop. Otherwise you're going to get her hurt and you're going to get that impounded. I'm taking everyone to jail. Left on Arizona Street.
The defendant ignored stop signs and lost control of the motorcycle while attempting a left turn, causing both to fall. They tried to flee on foot, but the trooper drew his firearm and ordered them to the ground. The defendant resisted when being handcuffed, but after a brief struggle, the trooper deployed his taser and restrained both individuals. A motorcyclist dressed as Santa Claus led the Florida Highway Patrol on a high-speed chase after he was caught speeding. The motorcyclist hit the gas and reached speeds of 120 miles per hour, but the trooper gave his all in an effort to follow him. The pursuit ended when the motorcyclist successfully evaded the officer, forcing the officer to terminate the chase. On 13th August 2021, Trooper was patrolling when a black motorcycle was observed traveling east. The motorcycle appeared to be speeding, and the radar confirmed a speed of 48 miles per hour, exceeding the posted 35 miles per hour limit. The trooper activated blue lights and siren to initiate a traffic stop.
Southbound Truman, coming up to the Lessons. You clearing? Now we're passing the Lessons, coming up to the about 130 miles an hour. This is Sportback. I think it's black. It's got a white male rider. Alright, we're getting off on the rim. Getting off on the rim. Whoever's right there, we're coming right at you. Alright, we stayed straight, back on Truman.
The pursuit continued as speeds reached 135 miles per hour. Despite attempts by Trooper First Class Eric Lawrence and Trooper First Class Zach Walker to block the rider's path with their patrol vehicles, the rider accelerated past them and continued fleeing.
Coming up on Eisenhower.
$25.01.
25 Eisenhower.
We just passed Eisenhower. Coming up across the road.
Bravo 3, that trooper. I'm close to passing Eisenhower now.
We're still southbound, coming up Montgomery Crossroad. Doing about 130. Getting off on Montgomery Crossroad. Clear the right. Clear the left. Oh, we took a left on Crossroad, headed towards Skidaway. I got it.
44.
Alright, over there. He's taking a left here at Skidaway. Alright, we're back north on Skidaway, ringing north on Skidaway Road.
The driver eventually turned onto Bayberry Drive, at which point the trooper lost sight of the motorcycle. The trooper then deactivated the lights and siren and notified Troop Wine Communications that the pursuit had been discontinued. A subsequent search of the area was conducted, but the motorcycle was not found. On November 17, 2023, Trooper attempted to initiate a traffic stop on a yellow and blue sports bike for making an improper turn. The motorcycle was displaying an Arkansas license plate that had expired in 2012, but was on a red motorcycle.
72, come this way. On East Cleveland, about 70 miles an hour.
About 237.
He keeps trying to stop and pulling his hand over, but we're about 60. It's a white male, black pants, gray jacket, black backpack, gray helmet. The back fender's yellow and the front part's blue.
Net directed for Adam 78.
The pursuit continued for approximately 1.5 miles, with speeds ranging from 60 to 65 miles per hour. The motorcyclist then pulled into a driveway and came to a stop.
506 East Cleveland. 506 East Cleveland.
10-4.
Put your hands up, homie. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Do it now. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Do it now. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. I'll fucking shoot you. You understand me? Get on the ground. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
I wouldn't see what's pull over.
You're an idiot. You're lying.
This is what my job is right here. I was just trying to make it to my job site, sir. Okay.
That's not how it works out here when you're dealing with a trooper, buddy.
I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to jump you. That's why I wasn't. I thought it was a lot closer than it was.
You're an idiot.
I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
78 left.
No problem. I have no problem, sir.
78. 10-15, you cleared that. 10-11.
I still apologize.
Okay, we're not out north side.
I'm sorry, sir. I wasn't trying to run this.
Shut up, dude. You're an idiot.
I'm an idiot.
You're an idiot, bro. You know what you was doing.
I thought it was a lot closer than they're here. This is my job site right here.
You know what you was doing.
I wasn't trying to run from you. That's the thing.
What was it in there?
Can I say they lay down?
Yep. Did I say stand up?
No, sir.
Okay. Whose bike is this?
It's mine.
Okay.
506.
What's your name?
Jason.
Jason what?
Pierce.
Jason Pierce?
Yes, sir.
You kin to Josh Pierce?
Yeah, he's right behind me.
Yeah, okay. And what? That truck right there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Turn back over. I didn't say get up.
I'm sorry, sir. I wasn't trying to run from you.
Yes, you was.
No,
Were you going to jail for fleeing?
I'm so sorry, sir.
You're going to jail for felony fleeing, bud.
Don't do that to me. We've already...
Y'all are good. Don't come over here.
I don't need no more trouble on me, sir.
Where you're in trouble, dude. Shut up crying. I don't want to hear you, bro. Okay? I don't like crybabies. So shut up. Don't want to hear it.
The officer also found a bag of methamphetamine that the male had discarded near the scene. The male was charged with evading law enforcement officers and possession of drug paraphernalia. Again in Brazil, officers spotted a motorcyclist speeding and attempted to initiate a traffic stop, but the motorcyclist had other plans. He hit the gas and started fleeing. The suspect was driving recklessly, narrowly avoiding other vehicles, and disregarding all traffic rules.
Francisco Gil de Oliveira.
The pursuit ended when the suspect attempted to flee on foot, but the officers quickly caught up with him, with one officer even striking him with his leg. The officers then placed the suspect in handcuffs, bringing the pursuit to a close. While patrolling in Brazil, an officer noticed a motorcyclist speeding and initiated a pursuit.
Vai!
The pursuit reached high speeds, with the motorcyclist making reckless maneuvers through the streets and narrowly avoiding multiple collisions with vehicles.
Weiter. Pega.
The pursuit ended when the suspect crashed and attempted to flee on foot. However, the officers quickly apprehended him, placed him in handcuffs, and then transported him to jail for booking. On September 21, 2022, an Arkansas highway trooper attempted to conduct a traffic stop on a motorcycle for a license plate violation. The motorcyclist failed to stop and began fleeing the scene.
We're in pursuit, coming up to the 16. 10-4, we're past lingerie store. Still 150.
He's slowing up.
You're slowing up? We're going to be just out the lingerie store. He's coming to a stop. That's 56.
The rider then fled on foot, with officers chasing him to make the apprehension. Meanwhile, the abandoned motorcycle crashed and caught on fire, quickly becoming engulfed in flames.
You will be busy! You better shut your mouth! Oh shit! Hey, back from fire with your unit! Hey! God, no! I got it! Give me that! Hurry! Hey, go get the unit! You got it? I got her!
The male was charged with evading law enforcement officers. On March 3, 2022, a trooper was traveling when Bartow County units began pursuing a motorcycle and requested assistance. The trooper then turned around to provide support.
weaving in and out of traffic, Marshall, weaving in and out of traffic.
6. Tuesday, all units 10-3, 10-33, 556, 1080. Copy, northbound, left lane. Copy, weaving all over the roadway. 6.
Yellow 45 male rider, blue jacket, black helmet. Still unable to reach the gate.
Extension 130, traffic light, just after 326. And come on, it's northeast, straight lane.
The trooper saw the motorcycle speeding with multiple units in pursuit. He joined the chase, but another trooper initially took the lead. When that trooper's vehicle lost power, he assumed primary pursuit.
Copy, pass at 328, northbound, center lane. Copy, 556, lost power to vehicle. Copy, 20 westbound primary, northbound, center lane. Copy, 1.5, good. For time, speed to 130.
The motorcycle weaved through traffic at high speeds, evading multiple blocking attempts. The pursuit continued into Catoosa County, where deputies were ready to assist.
Copy, pass at 340 at this time. We will contact DHP. All units, be advised, this bill's going to contact the two support citizens. All units, be advised, Catoosa State, unit 348.
At the 348-mile marker, the driver exited and lost control while crossing Highway 151, crashing at the top of the ramp. He was taken into custody and received medical aid for a reported back injury. On May 21, 2018, officers spotted an ATV on the Interstate and initiated a chase after the rider refused to pull over during a traffic stop. The ATV was pursued by 3 patrol vehicles, with officers coordinating a plan to bring the rider to a stop.
Keep an eye on him.
The pursuit ended when officers successfully blocked the suspect's path, causing him to crash into their vehicles. The suspect then attempted to flee on foot, but officers quickly apprehended him. The suspect, Timothy Rice, 32, from Norton, Ohio, was arrested and charged with inducing panic, fleeing, eluding an officer, failure to comply, obstructing official business, resisting arrest, criminal trespass, and disorderly conduct. On September 7, 2020, Trooper was traveling when he noticed a green motorbike with the monster logo failed to stop at a stop sign. A yellow motorbike also ran the same stop sign, traveling on the wrong side of the road. The trooper activated his emergency lights and siren to initiate a traffic stop, but both riders immediately fled, leading to a vehicle pursuit.
Yellow dirt bike.
The 2 motorbikes split up, and Trooper decided to pursue the yellow motorbike. The rider of the yellow motorbike continued to flee, disregarding multiple stop signs and driving erratically through city streets before entering a field, where the rider nearly lost control of the bike. Trooper eventually caught up with the rider, who was identified as Anna J. Ventavious Johnson. After a brief confrontation, Trooper apprehended him without further incident. Johnson was then transported to the Spalding County Jail. On 13th March 2021, Trooper was patrolling when a black motorcycle was observed abruptly changing lanes without signaling. The motorcycle then turned right without signaling. As Trooper prepared to initiate a traffic stop, the driver, later identified as Mr. Leverett, looked back and accelerated, passing vehicles in a no-passing zone at a high speed. Trooper activated the emergency lights and siren to initiate the stop.
Black bike, black shirt, black helmet. High rate of speed. Tell Villarica we're going to come back to Villarica and get on the interstate probably. Passing the high school, Villarica High School. Coming up 78 at Sunoco. Coming up 78 at Sunoco. Turning right on Clearview, right on Clearview.
The motorcycle continued at a high speed, passing multiple vehicles in no passing zones, and failing to stop at the stop sign. Trooper advised dispatch of the active pursuit and continued following the motorcycle, which made a right turn at high speed. Mr. Leverett looked back at Trooper's patrol car and accelerated even more. The pursuit continued on Rocky Branch Road, with Mr. Leverett then turning right onto Wall Street and subsequently onto Clearview Street.
Behind the high school, going through the dirt parking lot. Trying to get back around, get to the high school, 848. 1050, 1050. Hands up!
Mr. Leverett was arrested and placed in handcuffs. After noticing he was bleeding from his elbow, EMS treated his injuries on site, though he declined hospital transport. His personal belongings were released to his girlfriend, and he was placed in the patrol car.
Gotta go west on Lawrenceville Highway.
You got a gun, he has a gun.
On May 23, 2021, Trooper observed two motorcycles driving recklessly. Both riders fled as the trooper activated emergency equipment, initiating a pursuit. The pursuit continued northbound on its speeds exceeding 150 miles per hour.
85 north, coming up on Piedmont. 85 north, coming up on Piedmont, two motorcycles. They were 1080 times two, both motorcycles. Far left lane. Got him! You want to stay with one in particular? Oh, come on, APD.
The pursuit continued at high speeds through Fulton, DeKalb, and Gwinnett counties, assisted by APD Aviation, which handled the radio traffic. The first motorcycle was lost, and the focus shifted to the second motorcycle.
I still got him. Still back on Pleasant Hill. Just drive toward North Holland.
My man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, get ready, get ready, get ready. Don't push, keep your belt on, keep your belt on, keep your belt on.
Park School Road. Slowing down towards the intersection of Pleasant Hill and Lawrenceville Highway. Taking a right, gotta go west on Lawrenceville Highway.
You got a gun, he has a gun, he has a gun. He's got a gun.
He has a weapon. Per 797 has a weapon. Use caution. Still westbound on Lawrenceville Highway.
Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready.
When the motorcycle stopped on Lawrenceville Highway, APD Officer Gordon, who was a ride-along, got out of the patrol car to help arrest the rider. The patrol car hit the motorcycle's left handlebar. The rider, Tyler Arendt, was arrested without incident, and Willard's Towing removed the motorcycle. Arendt was taken to Fulton County Jail. On May 1, 2022, officers responded to a street takeover involving individuals armed with handguns. One officer pursued a group of suspects on foot, while another attempted to box in a suspect riding a dirt bike.
Give us your hands! Give us your hands! Stop, put your finger away from them! I'll turn around! I'll turn around! I'll turn around! Give us your hands! Give us your hands! I don't give a shit about your watch! Give us your hands! My watch. Hey, grab couple. Hey, grab that, secure our car, my rifle. I got it. Go! All right, I got you up. I don't care about your watch. All right, pick him up. My watch. Hey, grab that. Go.
One officer successfully retrieved a firearm from the suspect's waistband during the confrontation.
Thank you, 30. All of our officers are accounted for. So we're still in the crowd and we're finished out.
Thank you, 30.
So you can stand down now.
Where's the gun at?
All accounted for. We have to feel custody.
Where's the gun at?
My car, I locked it up.
Okay. Why are you fighting cops with a gun, man?
I'm sorry, man.
That's unbelievable.
Weren't you the dude that was flipping off the cops all that time? Hey, I think we got the ID of the guy that fled anyway.
Did I hit myself? Huh? Did I hit myself in my face?
What?
Did I hit myself in my face?
I have no idea what you did.
No, it looked like my face hit, no?
I mean, when an officer was trying to pull you off a bike, you revved it and almost did a wheelie. You could have dragged, you could have killed him.
I'm sorry.
In addition, you had the gun.
You almost ran me over.
Hey, where was the gun at?
His waistband.
So, and you got a gun in your waistband, not secured in the holster. That gun could have went off, shot you.
It was in a holster. It was in a holster.
But when you're revving your engine like that, guess what? It could fall out. You can shoot yourself or the officer, man. You can do all that for dirt bikes?
Hey, they got one over there?
They got a few over there, I think. I like this guy. This guy, I'm not gonna lie, this is an athletic ass move. He jumped off the bike, ran and jumped like in the air a few feet, and was able to land on his buddy's bike and go. Tell Willie we're coming for him, but that was an athletic ass move. I'll give it to him. I respect athleticism.
Once the suspect was secured in the police vehicle, he was arrested and transported to jail. On June 20th, 2015, an officer was pursuing a motorcyclist traveling at speeds exceeding 110 miles per hour. As the biker slowed to a stop, the officer pulled him over, exited his patrol vehicle, and approached with his gun drawn.
And looks like we're going to come to a stop. Looks like to be Northland here.
The officer discharged his firearm, and a single gunshot was heard. Unfortunately, the suspect was shot mistakenly.
Hands where I can see him. Hands where I can see him. Okay. Okay, stop. Put it in park. Okay. Here. Okay, I got you. I got you.
I'm bleeding. Please help me.
Yep, I got you. Ready? Start an ambulance. Okay. Put it down.
It's down. It's down.
Okay. Here you go. Here you go. All right.
All right. You get fucking blood stopping. Please.
I got you.
Please. Oh.
96 and accidental discharge of weapon here.
Hey.
Okay. Come here, man. Come here.
Oh, what the man? Oh.
Sit down. Sit down on the ground. Sit down on the ground.
Okay.
I got you.
Okay.
Sit down.
Please stop bleeding.
Okay, I'm going to. I need you to sit down, buddy.
I'm sitting down.
Okay.
I'm sitting down.
Okay. All right. Sit down. Do not move. Okay. I'm gonna get you some stuff.
Ow.
Okay. I'll be right with you.
Yeah.
Within seconds of the shooting, the trooper quickly gathered medical supplies and administered first aid to the suspect. He also offered an apology for the incident.
It's bleeding. Really. It's a lot.
Oh, man. I got you.
Oh, man.
Hey. Okay, you know what? Let's just get this going here, okay? Here, I'm gonna wrap this up.
All right, wrap it up, please.
Dude.
Oh, man, come on. Oh, you actually shot me, didn't you?
I'm not gonna say anything right now.
Oh, please don't say.
But you know.
Yeah, I know.
It was not intentional. I can tell you that.
I know it wasn't, man.
Yeah. was not intentional.
I know it
by
wasn't.
any means.
I know.
I'm gonna take care of you here, okay, buddy?
I know you are.
But if you would have ran, man.
I wasn't trying to run. I didn't.
You weren't trying.
No.
And that's not. That still doesn't excuse my actions here, okay?
Man, really?
Huh? What?
He shot me.
No, that's what I mean. I'm not saying. I'm not
I know.
I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say.
I know. It's okay. No, it's okay.
I'm gonna take care of you.
I know you are. I trust you.
Yeah, I just need to wrap him up. Okay. He shot in the arm by me.
It's okay.
The suspect was charged with evading law enforcement. The trooper attributed the mistake to the high-stress nature of the situation and muscle memory from training just 20 days prior to the incident. August 31st, 2022, a teenage officer in Wisconsin observed a teenager run a stop sign while riding a motorbike.
What was the reason for stop originally?
What? Stop! Get on the ground! Get on the ground now! Get down! Get down! Stop the bike! Get off the bike now! Get on the ground!
What was the reason for stop?
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Anytime, County. I have the suspect at gunpoint at Broughton. And reason for stop is vehicles for speed.
Don't move! Stay where you are!
Reason for stop was speed. Suspect at gunpoint.
Stay where you are! Put your arms out like an airplane now!
468 County, 23.
What's that?
You got him thrown out.
Yeah. What's that? Not that I can see. He pretty much fled to me. Fled from me when I was trying to stop him.
Don't move!
The officers stopped the suspect, placed him in handcuffs, and then transported him to the police station. On July 24th, 2024, officers observed a man on a black motorcycle run a stop sign. He was speeding and wearing a speaker that blasted loud music, while flashing blue lights distracted other drivers.
Mike, so I thought you could hear me. I can hear you. I'm made up. I have no idea what you're saying, but...
Let me try to socks. I'm native, so I'm going to record all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need your driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance.
Why do you need my driver's license? First of all, why are you pulling me over?
Nope. I need your driver's license, your registration,
Hold on, we're going to
and
do this
proof
again.
of insurance.
I study law,
Okay.
and I'm not a dummy, and I know everybody down at that office.
You got about 2 seconds to give me your information, or you're going to go to jail. It's as simple as that.
Oh, wait, hold on. I want you to repeat that.
2 seconds.
I got 2 seconds, or I'm going to go to jail.
Yep. I need your driver's license, your registration, and your proof of insurance, or you're going to go into handcuffs, and you're going to go to jail.
You know that's illegal?
It is not.
It actually is. It actually is. Can you call your supervisor? Call your supervisor down here.
Nope.
No, you will call your supervisor down here.
Nope.
No, you cannot touch me.
Your stuff.
Call your supervisor. Call your supervisor. Why are you cuffing me? What the hell are you doing? What are you doing to me, bro? What the f***? I've had neck surgery.
I don't care, dude.
What the f*** are you doing? Oh my God, bro. Oh my God.
The motorcyclist was handcuffed and taken into custody. The suspect was charged with obstructing justice and resisting an officer. On April 27, 2023, a Florida trooper was patrolling when he noticed a black motorcycle that was not displaying a license plate. According to reports, the same motorcyclist had previously fled from troopers, been observed driving recklessly, and had also assaulted a law enforcement officer. After a brief and confusing chase, the suspect was apprehended and taken into custody.
It's the edibles, okay? What's that?
I think those are the Delta 8 Bush.
Are they? I'll take a quick closer look at it. I'll take a quicker look at it. I haven't looked at it close enough yet.
I was with that American honey shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Gas station.
The blue pill. What is the blue pill? Do you know? No clue? Or you don't want to tell me? It's okay if you don't want to tell me. You don't have to. Just say you don't want to tell me. At least I'm not going to mark down the wrong thing. You don't want to tell me? What's that? Oh, you say this? Is that what you're doing? Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, no problem. Like I said, you don't have to. Remember I said that? I'll take a closer look at that and see which one it is, okay? I'm talking about whether it's marijuana or Delta 8, okay?
Hey.
I couldn't hear you. What's that?
I want to be honest.
What's that?
I'd like to be honest, but it's not.
It's okay. I understand. You don't have to talk to me. You know that. I just said that to you.
In January 2016, an officer was patrolling a two-lane road in an unmarked vehicle when a motorcyclist sped past him at over 100 miles per hour. The officer, frustrated by the male's lack of compliance, followed closely behind. In a dramatic turn of events, the officer swerved his cruiser to strike the motorcyclist from behind, continuing to roll forward and throwing the rider off his seat. Suddenly, the officer kicked out with his leg, striking the male's helmet, before forcefully pointing him to the ground. The male attempted to remove his helmet, but the officer quickly shoved him to the ground, placed him in handcuffs, and brought the pursuit to an end. The male was charged with evading law enforcement and was found to have expired registration on his motorcycle. On September 7, 2022, an Arkansas officer was patrolling when he observed a motorcyclist speeding and passing by. The officer initiated a pursuit.
Interstate, going to have red lettering, white, 714 something. He's passing on the shoulder again.
10-4, public service place 99. 86, are you coming into caller?
I'm getting there. Clay. Stand by. .716 Boy Queen. Looks like Arkansas. 716 BD, BO, or BQ.
The motorcyclist evaded at high speeds, and after a lengthy pursuit on the road, he veered onto a dirt path while the officer continued to chase him.
Back on Troop C, Jonesboro. 62, Clay 451. Unit 716, Boy, I think it's Ocean, Arkansas motorcycle. He's downshifting, he's about to do something, Jonesboro. Northbound. Clay 329, we're on gravel. Son of a bitch.
Do you know that road 46 very well?
Not really. I got GPS.
Okay, be careful on that one.
Just advising heavy windshield damage. Still northbound. Stage 90. Play 321. We're coming up on.
Northbound coming up on 3.
At the beach.
After the crash, the male fled on foot, and the officer pursued him on foot to apprehend him.
Here's on my bumper, okay? What is your name? Can't breathe. You need an ambulance?
The male was apprehended, handcuffed, and charged with evading law enforcement officers. Officers in Brazil noticed a motorcyclist speeding without protective gear, and to make matters worse, his girlfriend attempted to get on the bike without any protective gear either. This prompted the officers to initiate a pursuit. His girlfriend didn't get on the bike, and the male began fleeing solo, reaching high speeds as he navigated through narrow streets. suspect was driving recklessly, but the officers stayed close behind, quickly formulating a plan to stop him.
Vamos, filho, vamos! Vamos que eu vou atrás de você! Vamos! Vamos, garotão! Vamos, garoto! Coloca a mão na cabeça! Deita no chão! Deita! Se não... E aí? Se chegar, vai se for... Sai fora! Sai fora! Sai fora! E aí, mano? Você quer que eu te zoe só? Vai... Sai daqui, mano! Sai daqui, Joe! Sai daqui! Sai de cima! Sai de cima! Põe sua mão pra trás. Vamos lá na sua...
The pursuit ended when the suspect attempted to flee on foot, but the officers quickly apprehended him, bringing the chase to a close. On November 10th, 2022, while conducting stationary patrol, Trooper observed a black motorcycle speeding at a high rate without a license plate. The suspect was driving recklessly at extremely high speeds, disregarding all traffic laws and putting his life in significant danger.
You can hit your low power, I appreciate it, but you're good. Alright, well, we'll be getting back on 85 here in a second.
Getting back on 85.
Getting back on 85. You can possibly stop it.
Why 85?
No, he's getting back on 85.
North or south?
Northbound. Be careful, Chad. He's trying to make you hit him. Stopping 523. Running on foot. Push on. Here. Why not?
The pursuit came to an end when the suspect, Mr. Butler, jumped off the motorcycle, leaped over the guardrail, and fled on foot. The officer quickly caught up with him, placed him in handcuffs, and brought the pursuit to a close.
Yeah, he's walking in the new area for a dog fight. Yeah, what? What 409 for you? Or any of y'all, are there any damages to y'all's patrol cars? There is not. No damage. No, so we can drive. Good news, thank you. Why don't y'all just place me a quick 21 when you get the opportunity? No rush. 49895, I'll call you.
Look up this guy. Let me see if I can get up there. Why are you running, man? Bad news, I'm gonna have to cut these straps on your bag.
While patrolling, the officer noticed 5 motorcyclists speeding and initiated a pursuit, attempting to stop at least one of them. The pursuit reached speeds of up to 150 miles per hour, making it extremely dangerous and risky. The officer then managed to catch up with one of the motorcyclists and shifted his full focus onto apprehending him. Fortunately, the officer was able to apprehend one of the motorcyclists, handcuffing him before booking him into jail. This brought the pursuit to a successful end. On December 24, 2023, an officer spotted a motorcycle on the highway and attempted to conduct a traffic stop. However, the motorcyclist chose to flee the scene rather than pulling over.
Fucker.
The motorcyclist accelerated, reaching speeds of up to 120 miles per hour, before slowing down, as if to taunt the police. This biker certainly showed a bold and fearless attitude.
9134, failure yield.
34 northbound 280 north south of Vista 3. It's going to be a black sport bike. Reason of speed, light traffic, 100 miles an hour.
9134, copy northbound 280 just south of Vista 3 for black sport bike, 100 miles an hour. All units hold your traffic.
9106, a copy, start here.
9106, copy, start here.
Approaching Edgewood, light traffic, 110.
Copy, approaching Edgewood, 110 light traffic.
In the end, the motorcyclist made the decision to completely evade the officer. He hit the gas and easily outran the officer, forcing the officer to ultimately terminate the pursuit. On February 28, 2025, a trooper observed a motorcycle approaching at a high rate of speed. Attempting to initiate a traffic stop, the trooper's efforts were unsuccessful as the rider fled the scene.
They run about 33 right now. All I'm saying.
Hey, let me see your hands. Get up. Stay on the ground. Stay on the ground. I wasn't running. No. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hand behind your back. I wasn't running. Yeah, you were freaking running. No, I was telling you. TBI. I wasn't running. I was telling you I was pulling over. Yeah, bullshit. Shut up. Yeah.
The pursuit was short-lived as the trooper executed a flawless PIT maneuver, bringing the motorcycle to a stop before apprehending the suspect.